Come on. Come on.
Once in a while a show comes along that's filled with style and a host who's strong. Comedy is catchy and it's filled with fun, but the humor is catchy and you can't get enough. It is time now to start the show. Said it's time now. Start the show, well it's time now. You gotta start the show, well it's time for just a show.
Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Just a Show. I'm your host, Keith King. Thank you. I just read this the other day. One of the last shipments to a U.S. research base in Antarctica before the onset of winter darkness was actually a supply of condoms. Yeah, 16,500 condoms were delivered free of charge for the staff. Now, with 16,500 condoms, I don't know how much research they're going to get done. Because they're going to be having sex. That's why. No research, all sex. Oh, we got a great show. I have an interview with the authors of Why Real Women Drink Straight Tequila. Sarina and Mordant are here. But first, we're going to go to the comic in the crowd, Devin Evers.
Thanks, Keith. Lately, I don't know. I've just been feeling that my self-confidence hasn't been there. I think it's part of that virus that's going around. What's it called? Oh, yeah, Windows. Maybe you've heard of it? The operating system? I don't know. I'm convinced Microsoft is hell-bent on destroying everyone's self-confidence. And if you need to see proof, you just need to see what they do every time you try and accomplish something important. They reiterate it back to you like it's going to be some sort of epiphany and ask you, are you sure? Well, I was going in. I don't know anymore. What are my other options? Give me a second to think about it. Back to you, Keith.
Let's hear it for the comic in the crowd, Devin Evers. Oh, he's a funny young man.
He is.
He reminds me a lot of myself.
He sure is.
I don't know why.
A young version of yourself.
Yeah, much younger with curly hair. All right, you know what? These days it seems like every B-level celebrity has a reality show.
You're right, Keith.
Like,
You're absolutely
we
right.
can go down the list.
Oh, man.
Mr. Belding, by Saved by the Bell, practically has one.
Deion Sanders has one, I saw.
Deion Sanders. The non-famous Lohans have one. So I've been offered quite a few reality shows myself. Now, these are actually the ones that I turned down. Who wants to see these? Anybody?
Yeah, let's take a look at these.
First one here is there's a clown in your office. We actually did the promotional photos for that, and then I backed out because the numbers weren't right. This one I thought about for a while is about riding a turtle. What was the full name of that one, Sean?
So you think you can ride a turtle? That's what the show's called?
Yeah, so you think you can ride a turtle.
You're going to make a show out of that, huh?
Now this one, I was actually insulted that I was even offered this one. Who wants to take a leak?
Really?
I was offered that as a reality show, but I made a wise decision. I turned all of those down.
Probably a good idea, Keith.
But there was one show that they came to me, the producer said, Keith, you would be perfect for this. And this is called Keith Town.
What happens when we take F-level celebrity Keith King, send him to an old abandoned town, and challenge him to build a thriving new community? Find out on Keith Town.
So I decided to check out Keith Town, was walking around, enjoying everything. And something really started creeping me out. This town is filled with benches. There are benches everywhere. One of my first orders of business here in Keith Town is to get the mail service. The residents, they need mail. There is not a manual on how to use a mailbox. I could not get the mail out of there. The barber shop? The newspaper place? What the do they even call those? Blacksmith? I don't know how to be a blacksmith. Most people don't realize what it's like to start your own town. It is so overwhelming. There's so much to do. Trains? Light posts? Windmills? Oh my God. This is so awful. I don't think I can handle it out here. I don't know what it's like to start a city. I've never started a damn city before in my whole life. I'm not a blacksmith. I'm not a mailman. I'm not an animal. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! But I realized the problem, it wasn't the benches, it wasn't the post office, it wasn't the blacksmith, it wasn't the barber shop, hell, it wasn't even the caboose train. I learned from Keithtown. The problem was me. Yeah, go figure. I had another one of my little mental breakdowns. Honestly, a guy like me is not stable enough to be cast on a reality show all by himself. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to do it anyway. Keithtown has taught me so much. I love this town. Welcome to Keithtown. Okay, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this. Watching me have a mental breakdown, is it more funny or more scary?
I personally think it's funny.
Crowd, funny. Scary. Whoa.
Wow, we like to see you suffer, Keith.
Yeah, they think it's very funny.
Enjoyable.
I'm going to ask you another question. What do you do when you get a bunch of spare change?
Oh, I save it up. I've got this clear, it looks like a pot soda bottle.
That's what the layman does.
Yeah, I put it in there. Save it up.
Superstars like me, we take them, put them in a jar, and I give them out to people on the street. This is Hittin the Pavement.